the greater good.
Hey everybody, Greater Good Mining here. So a lot of people have asked me, how do I download the firmware? And Iceriver has never really let us do that until today. I've been checking for this like pretty much every day. But I'll give props to my buddy T Swift. He always points out great stuff in my Discord. I'll leave a link in the description. I always do if you want to join our Discord. Lots of great people in there helping each other out. Also, I'm going to be a media partner at Cypherpunk. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I'll get to the point of the video here. Let's get to it. Iceriver.io is the official website. Go to support. Go to tutorial. Scroll down. The little click link has always been there. It's just never done anything until now. And then if you want to, whatever you got, KS0 all the way through, looks like the KS3, every model they've had. And then I'm going to read through some of the instructions here for you. I'm going to read instruction number 8 first. You might ask if I'm going to be downloading the new firmware. I don't think I'm going to, because my machines are running fine, and I like the way my OG machines run better, honestly. I've said this in a lot of videos. I don't like the way the fans default to like max speed and then try to auto adjust, and like I just don't like that. I want my fans set to what I want them at, and I'm just not a big fan of some of the new firmware stuff in the newer batches. I just don't like that they act differently. But if you want to download the new firmware on any of these machines, you can. So number 8 says, and I agree with it, if the machine is functioning normally, it is not recommended to upgrade to a new firmware version. At this point, unless you have a good reason to, I'm not going to bother with the new firmware. So I'll read through these real quick. Strictly follow the model-specific upgrades. Don't download a different firmware don't download KS2 firmware for your KS1, stuff like that. Probably, I think is what they're saying there. Don't download any weird firmware. Come to iceriver.io directly and go through those steps that I showed you to get here. Don't use weird third-party unofficial firmware. You might screw something up on your machine or get scammed. Who knows? Follow the user manual. If you have multiple, this is a good idea too. If you have multiple of the same machine, maybe just try it on one of them. Make sure that it doesn't get buggy, that it's stable and everything like that before you go ahead and upgrade. And if it experiences any problems, restore the factory settings. It'll default back to the firmware that it came with. And it says this firmware version is a beta test only. If anything abnormal occurs, contact them through that official website ticket support thing. I showed you that in another video too. And then after downloading the firmware, unzip it, verify that the MD5 checksum is correct before proceeding with the upgrade package. After the extraction will have the file extension BGZ. So that's it. It's pretty easy. Just I'm not going to be doing it for now unless I have a real good reason, like unless maybe the firmware offer some sort of extra performance boost or something on some of these machines. I like the way my original Iceriver's run better anyway. I don't like that the fans do all kinds of weird stuff in the new firmware. I just like setting my fans where I want them, watching the temps every once in a while, making sure they're good, and leaving them alone. Just let them run. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful to you. I'm trying to keep up on this stuff with Iceriver and the Kaspa ASICs, the whole story with Kaspa. So if you find this interesting, I got tons of other videos on the Kaspa ASICs. Check them out. And hopefully it was helpful. If it was, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff the YouTubers tell you to do. And don't forget to keep it decentralized for the greater good.
The greater good.